A single phone call, a single political move. And the global trade game just changed. Forever. We're talking about a 50% tariff that sent a shockwave from Washington all the way to Brasilia. And in one move, Brazil didn't just talk about it. They pivoted. They acted. This isn't just news, it's a live playbook that every business, every consumer, and everyone who cares about the price of their coffee and steel needs to understand right now. You see, it all started with a political text, a blurb in the news. But the real impact? It came from the executive instructions at the customs border. It's the difference between a vague headline and a customs agent staring at a legal document that says, "This is a new rule." A political pronouncement can be just talk, but a signed executive order becomes a legal reality with specific dates, scopes, and exceptions. And that's exactly what happened here. This wasn't a warning shot. It was an immediate operational change with real-world consequences. And the fallout? An estimated 10,000 Brazilian companies thrown into chaos. We're not talking about faceless corporations, we're talking about family-owned businesses facing a triple threat: collateral risk on their loans, a sudden cash flow crisis, and massive delivery delays. Their entire business model just changed overnight. Imagine a small coffee farmer. They ship a container to the US, only for it to be held at a port with a 50% tariff slapped on it. That's not a political inconvenience, that's a business-ending disaster. But Brazil isn't just taking this lying down. The pivot has been instant and decisive. The colossal port of Santos, their key artery for US exports, is now rerouting its traffic. Instead of the American East Coast, those ships are heading toward Europe and the Asia-Pacific. But this is not as simple as turning a ship around. It requires a whole new set of logistics, new shipping slots, new port appointments, and a complete overhaul of their export credit insurance. Brazil is proving that when one door closes, they're building a whole new highway. Okay, so what does this mean for you? This isn't an abstract trade war. It affects the products we buy every single day. Your morning coffee, the eggs for your breakfast, the red meat on your dinner plate, all in consumer channels at risk. The supply chain is getting a major shock. The question isn't just will prices go up, it's will the products even be on the shelf. And this is forcing US buyers to ask a critical question: how do we diversify, reprice, and restock to avoid this kind of volatility? And it's not just food. The ripple effect is hitting the metals industry hard. That 50% tariff is a multiplier for steel, aluminum, and copper. This isn't just about the cost of a can of soda. It's about the cost of construction, infrastructure, and everything in between. The tariffs are a headwind for any industry that relies on these critical resources, forcing a global reevaluation of sourcing. So how is Brazil fighting back? Their playbook is simple, yet brilliant. They're focusing on the date, scope, and exceptions of the tariff text. The details matter. When does it start? What products are actually included? Are there any exceptions? By zeroing in on these details, Brazil is creating a roadmap to mitigate the damage. They're using existing tools like export credit insurance, their single-window customs, and port appointments to calm the volatility. They're proving that a well-executed plan can stabilize prices even in the face of political chaos. This situation is a masterclass in modern trade policy. It's a wake-up call for US buyers to diversify their supply chains, for policymakers to understand the full impact of their decisions, and for everyone to realize that global trade is more interconnected than ever. Brazil's pivot isn't just a reaction, it's a proactive strategy that could reshape international commerce for years to come. The question is, what happens next? Will the EU-Mercosur deal provide a stable new lane? Will Asian contracts fill the void? And for us, what will be the real cost of this new reality? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive.